Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Bald and the Beautiful. I am Melissa, and I am joined by...
Kevin Allen Fredericks.
Angel Lakita Tanksley.
I'm tired and sore.
No Basil Hayes and
My
Rye?
hands are sore.
He's still
Marcus.
sore from the last episode.
Nah, I'm sore from, I've been working on the house.
Marcus is in regular form now.
I
Last
heard.
week, you had a triple-double.
I heard. It's too early for bourbon.
Never too
Way
early.
too early.
You gave me brandy.
Yeah, that episode, I'm so happy you guys responded and enjoyed it as much as I did. I, in real time, had a great time. And then watching it back to like do the time codes and stuff, I was like, this is freaking hysterical. Like,
I watched
laughed.
it. I was like, that dude talks too much. He need to shut up and sit
was
in.
Man,
so freaking great.
zoom in. Never mind. I'll zoom in personally.
He said he's going to zoom in. Oh, this camera going to zoom in.
And then going from
Hey,
these to
if I didn't hurt, I'd have zoomed in just now. It was like...
it was a great time.
It was a great time. If you haven't watched that episode, you most certainly should go back and watch the episode titled Marcus is in Rare Form.
Mm-hmm.
It's hysterical to listen to, but if you have an opportunity to watch it, it's like pure chaos.
Pure
I
chaos.
have a headache from sneezing.
For
Sorry.
your allergies.
Allergy said, yeah.
Can we say a prayer for all of those with
Everything.
allergies?
Father God in the name. Allergies is just
Touch
as
him,
it's
Lord.
not right.
Heal him.
I don't know why you started praying and then retreated on the prayer.
I just, Father
I know
God, in the
that.
matchless name of Jesus, we come against this allergic demon, God. We bind the devil of pollen right now, Father God. We curse it at the root, Father God. Your word says by his stripes we were healed. Watch this. Watch this. That means it's already done, Father
Correct.
God.
Amen.
We were in the
Yes.
past tense. You
Correct.
already were whipped
Say-
for our
say that.
transgressions. We cast that allergic demon from the depths of which it came. In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Y'all don't quit playing with God.
I ain't playing with God. My allergies
Bring
move
it. I
this
appreciate
whole part
that.
of my face.
Yeah.
The inside tear ducts be puffy.
Yeah.
I feel like there's dirt behind my nose. No amount of sneezing or scratching relieves the pressure and pain. I be in the shower just to confuse my face. I just let the hot water
Ow.
go on and my allergies be like,
I can't even laugh because I got the headache. It's like from
Oh,
sneezing.
the headache's
It's what
right
this is for.
behind.
Zoom in on this, Josh.
Zoom in.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
I pray for all of those with
feel
allergies. I do feel bad. I
It's all to the
can empathize.
Empathize.
I
We can empathize over here.
yes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with episode 14. Let's just state the obvious that Chris and Paige were not in this episode.
Praise
such
God.
a relief.
wasn't it great?
It was such a
Wasn't it like a
relief not
massage?
dealing with her, trying
yes.
to stay with trash, not dealing
I
with
was
trash.
like, thank y'all.
Yeah.
And Chris watches The Bald and the Beautiful,
Apparently.
apparently.
Hey, look, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and address this
Oh.
just real quick. Look, I say what I say in public. I don't care about anybody subliminally calling me out. If my name wasn't said, if it wasn't Angel's husband or the second dude from Bald and Beautiful, I don't care. I'm not going to people's private accounts looking for what they might be saying about me. I don't care.
All right now.
All right.
Listen, I told Melissa, I said, I knew we should have took it out. And then I said, Marcus and Angel do not, and their whole personality is like, I want the smoke.
Yeah.
They
Give it to
don't
me.
make no, never mind.
Yeah, if he would have said that yellow, he won't them. Oh, he talking to me. I don't care.
You do not get it.
Mine's in-
Kentucky
it's
bourbon.
right there.
Well,
Well,
and there you
But
have
there-
it.
that's
And
my
he said
response,
what he
y'all. For
said.
everybody DMing me, sending me screenshots, like, hey, I think he talking about you. I think don't count.
Almost doesn't count.
It don't
We
count.
dropped that location for you, playboy.
Yeah.
Pull up on me. Just give me the knife.
Anyway,
I am happy. I don't think they needed to be in this episode. This episode was about answering unanswered questions
Yeah.
so that way you
Yes.
can make a decision
Absolutely.
about
progress.
moving forward.
There was a lot of progress.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they are.
Whether-
Why would they put them through this when it's obvious that they shouldn't be together?
Obvious.
Yeah.
The only question that will be asked is why y'all still here?
Yes.
Answer that. That's the only one.
That's the only. Yeah. That was
Could you
literally
imagine
the only
them,
unanswered
one of them showing up in like production, be like, what are you doing here? Like,
Yes.
We already told y'all we ain't gonna charge
Better-
y'all.
yeah.
Yes.
That's already
Matter of fact, we'll pay you not to show up.
Yeah, they really didn't need to show up.
They didn't really need to.
Nah.
And I was like, hey man, okay, there's only 15 minutes left. We ain't gonna, it's gonna be all right.
I know, because they be throwing a curveball.
They show nothing.
And all of a sudden, you see the camera with them in the bed. I think I'm having your baby.
Yeah.
You're just like, what?
It would remind me of when you ever been in church and the Holy Ghost is high? You be like, yo, he might not preach today.
I know.
We
Right?
right on the edge of like,
Yes.
church usually get out around 1:15. It's 12:37.
I do that as a grown man. Yeah.
It'd be too late.
Yeah.
And the pastor just come up and be like, you know what? God moved today. We like, okay, we going home early.
We was in church.
That
We was in
is
church
what
one
that
day, and somebody got up and started running back and forth shouting. Pastor was like, well, let's go ahead and join them. I was like, oh, we getting out real early.
We getting our white folks
15
time.
minutes of screaming, and we went.
That white folks church time. I
Yeah.
just saw such a
Listen,
doggone
the
Yeah,
first time
I
we
feel
went
like
to
you gotta-
Shepherd,
Yes.
It'd be tight.
we walked
Yeah.
out to Shepherd. We had just settled in.
Yeah.
20 minutes late, about 25 minutes. That man had got up and preached.
Yes.
I'm talking about a tight 22 minutes
Yes.
every time.
It feel like you got a second weekend.
Marcus.
Like,
Yes.
I
I
get
was like,
today.
we can come on time. This church service is literally 43 minutes on the
on the
dot.
dot.
Can't
Feels
get no
so
Holy
good.
Ghost. Not
Nah.
today, y'all.
Oh,
Can't
it
have
feels
it.
so
No,
good.
it
I wish there
does.
was a
They
black
got
church
7
like it.
services in the day. They can't afford to
They
go
can't.
over.
It
They
be
got to
the-
get the parking lot going.
Yeah.
do.
Look
They
at the
got a lot
revenue
going on.
turnover.
Bruh.
Look,
They got that the hour of power.
They
Yes.
do. They like,
Tight.
we don't need to be bothering God for 3 or 4 hours.
Nope.
We're
Yeah.
supposed to be like, all right, we finna
Nah.
be
They
here all
ain't got
day.
as many
Hey.
problems as we do, so
Right.
they're just there to say
yeah,
thank
that's
you.
true too.
Yes.
Thanks,
So
guys.
So true.
Get out.
That is hilarious.
No, but God be like, look, I heard you.
You talking about with black folk?
In words, I heard you.
No, he ain't
Right.
calling us
I
niggas.
got
Yeah,
a joke
yeah.
on stage about that. Black folks sound like Jesus, Jesus.
Jesus be like, what? It ain't all
Every
me.
day y'all be calling me all day, all across the South.
It ain't all me, all right? Some of it's y'all, most of it ain't.
Okay,
true.
anyway,
All right.
we're all
Sorry.
off.
That's for those
Tangent.
people that don't like the tangents. That was just for you.
Oh yeah, we're gonna tangent it up.
Most people enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful.
Like
because
90%.
We wasn't gonna do it no different, so we just
Nah, we
glad
ain't
that you liked
changing
it.
nothing you see.
Last weekend was we don't have no program. Jesus sets the program.
We are motivate no program. When God moves, He moves.
Precisely, and that's what that
When
was.
Marcus drinks, he drinks.
Yeah, I
Tell
drink.
Marcus drink, he talks.
Yes, he
Okay,
did.
before we start, I just want to say one more thing about last week's episode. Marcus was already on 2. He
was
reached
the
down and
one,
picked
the
that
2,
bottle
and
up.
the 3.
Alyssa said, "You gonna get more?"
Yes.
And Angel
Hey.
rubbing his leg.
By far,
She never said hush or stop. But that
He
leg rub
just-
was like, "Hey."
He was just gonna keep fighting.
yeah, we
it.
know,
So
yeah,
I
because
was
she
just
do the
like,
same thing to me. I'm like, shit. But no, my favorite part literally was Liz responding to all the ignorant stuff that was going on in my mind.
You were her own personal entertainment. She was
great.
like, "This is my show."
It was a good time. Good times were had by all.
I was cool.
Just for y'all know, that's the type of stuff, but it's all 4 of us on, behind
yeah.
cameras.
Yes.
I think that's
It
what
was just
makes
me
this
this
show
time.
work.
It is.
It is big hangout energy.
It
We
is.
also are talking about a show we watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which be like, y'all probably are friends. Yes.
Yeah, we
This is
friends.
the other thing. Go ahead.
Oh,
I
no, I was
drunk
gonna say, you
Kev's
should
coffee
see
when he
how
wasn't looking.
long it takes us to press record over here.
You had the
We've
vid
been
though.
here.
I missed it.
He said he drank my coffee when I wasn't looking. I
He
said,
said, because you had the vid.
you had the vid though. You got vid remnant? You got any vid remnant?
Now
in
listen,
me.
Ken, you
It's in
always
me.
flippy floppy. On one day you're like, well, I had the vid before everybody had the
did.
vid.
But
That's true.
That ain't been
And then-
confirmed though. That's
No.
that's unsolved
Then
mysteries.
which one is it?
That's
Is
unsolved
he
mystery.
Is that how you look at me? You look at me as an infected
Yes,
Kev?
absolutely.
Yeah, you
God
sneezing and
dang.
stuff. I don't know if it's allergy or
It's
COVID.
stupid.
It could be COVID.
Hey,
remnant.
There's
Kevin
no more
absolutely is
loyalty.
case 101.
Listen, let me tell y'all what. For
think
those who ain't
Amar
getting the
was.
vaccine, feel how you feel. As for me in my house, I ain't never been that sick before. If I can prevent that from happening again,
Kev had COVID.
I couldn't even have sex.
He was the
Oh, yeah,
first
you
case
sick.
in these United
Marcus,
States.
Melissa could have been like,
Hey.
"You want this?" And I'd be like, "God, I can't."
Angel,
I could not move. I was laying in the bed.
Kev had COVID. He had COVID. I'm
Marcus, my body hurt. I
I
never
think the
had.
baby had COVID.
Lil
Lamar?
Lamar.
I think he had it in February.
he is COVID.
You did when you
I
came over
canceled
to
the
get the
show. I was in meetings with free food and couldn't taste it. And that was pain. God, take me now if you ain't going to let me taste this.
When was that when
lamb
he was
chops.
aching for like 2 weeks?
That's what I think. I said they kept saying it's a virus, except for it didn't show up the way it has showed up with everybody else. But he had 104-degree temperature for like 2-3 days in a row. His face, he looked like an X-Men.
Yeah.
His face was
And
bright red.
I think it seemed like he aches, like he cried and aches.
You like
it seemed
Vision?
for
he
like
probably
2
did.
weeks.
Yeah, he looked like Vision.
My
For like
body
2
had
weeks, he
never
was in
hurt,
pain.
And I'm talking about Helen Baylor. My body was racking with pain.
Yeah, that's what he was
I'm
like.
talking about from
Yeah.
my head to my toes.
2
feel like a
weeks.
person that just hit me with a baseball bat all over my body.
Yeah, no, and he would wake
hit
up
the
out
wall.
of his sleep, crying, like
He'd be like,
squirming and stuff.
It
and
was
there
the
nothing I
worst.
could do.
It was the worst. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, they were 0, patient 0, and 0, 0, double
Yes.
0, both of y'all.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we are going to Joshua. Where are we at on
I was
time? I
just
feel
about
like I
to say
should
you
just
might
do this.
as well. Yeah, might
At
as
10,
well.
let's
And
go
then
ahead and
Well,
do it.
let's talk about it. There's one thing that me and Marcus are never tired or too sick to have, and that is cereal.
I mean, yes, also.
But no, I'm telling you, we are cereal eaters. I don't know about you all, but sometimes if we are too lazy to cook, we will quickly go to a bowl.
Last night
night.
after the show, I had Magic Spoon cereal.
What do we have?
I had.
Cocoa and peanut butter.
That's I just tried the
That's
cocoa
the
and
one
peanut
that I
butter.
had.
No, you did. Yeah, she just did.
I
I
just had
came
it.
home from the show, and the cereal is perfect. Because it's like 11 o'clock. I don't really want to heat nothing up. I don't want nothing too heavy.
It's
But I
less
do
than
need
a
to be-
microwave.
It's
is.
perfect.
Yeah.
I need just enough to quiet the hunger. And Magic Spoon was like, hey, man, what about me? I said, you know what? That's all right.
And what's great about it, you got 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14
Say it
grams
again,
of
'cause I didn't hear
protein,
you.
0 grams of sugar.
How
baby.
many grams?
0. Okay.
Settle.
You get that good protein, and you get 4 net carbs in each serving. Only 140 calories per serving. Keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, low carb, GMO free.
All these frees.
All these frees, and we just got a variety pack. That's the reason why I was
That
trying
fruity,
the cocoa.
I
and
polished
the,
that box off.
No.
I did.
What did you say?
I polished that fruity box
Oh,
off.
polished.
Hey,
No, and the variety
got the
pack
big
I
bowl.
had was the cocoa, the fruity, the frosted, and the peanut butter. And I think, oh no, I don't see it on here. I was about to tell y'all something, but I don't think that's happening no more. So I ain't gonna get y'all's hopes up. But put the cocoa and the peanut butter together, you get that little like a Reese cup, peanut butter cup type flavoring. So this is what you can do. So you can try this amazing cereal. Go to magicspoon.com/TBTB to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code TBTB at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reasons, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/TBTB. And use the code TBTB to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get into it.
Who we starting with?
Erik and Virginia.
First of all, Virginia is a hooper.
She is.
She can
Yeah.
handle the ball. I could tell she
No,
played
she
for
had
real.
dribbles.
Yeah,
First
she's
of all, that
definitely
shirt
athletic.
was cut like basketball players.
was.
I was like,
Absolutely.
that's
With
the
the
hooper
wide-
cut. But she could dribble. She could shoot. I was like,
hold up.
interesting.
You know what annoyed me about that scene
What?
is she can clearly hoop.
Him?
She shot a layup at the very end. He was like, "See, there you go."
And he shot with both hands
Both-
like children do. He was like, I was like,
I was like, "How is he going to coach her in this element?"
yes.
He's such a know-it-all.
That was like, "Shut up." He said, "See, there you go."
What?
That as
Come
soon
in
as
and
I
try
saw,
it.
as soon as she said that she played basketball, I was like, maybe that's why she has so many guy friends.
Oh, yeah.
Not knowing, I mean, I know she would be playing basketball with other women, but if she has a passion for basketball, a lot
She
of
have
times,
guy friends.
yeah, you end up with a lot of guy friends.
Yeah.
That was something I know.
I didn't like all the excuses he was giving.
Child, that is one of my notes.
All the
Erik
For the
he
makes
gave all the excuses for like the family, like not calling the family. It's like the same energy it takes her to contact you every 15 minutes. You could easily contact her family.
And I love she ain't let him off the hook. She was like, yeah, but I've been.
Yeah, he don't like her liberal family.
That's what it is.
Her
Simple as
family
that.
is not
Family is
liberal.
him.
Her
Well-
family is
Well, her
conservative.
daddy.
Her sister
Well.
is gay and liberal.
Close enough.
This is the other thing that I actually found to be surprising, and we said this earlier, but it goes back to Dr. Viviana saying, I was really impressed with Virginia. For Virginia to have not been married before, she does totally get it.
She does.
The idea of creating your own marriage, 100% true.
Yeah.
And for him to say every marriage has foundational truths, the fact of the matter is that is not true.
That's
It is
not. That's what
completely
I
not.
messed up on early.
Yes,
I'm trying to build a marriage based off our pastors and deacons and stuff.
If you go down and you say, what are all of your assumptions in marriage? What are all of mine? Will there be overlap? Yes, with between us, but there will be some that's like, oh, I didn't think that's not, I wouldn't have assumed that.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yes.
That's why you need to communicate. He feels like I am the iron fist here and what I say goes because this is how marriages should work. And she's like, nah, brother, let's sit down and have a conversation and compromise and come to what our marriage would be.
Yeah.
She gets it.
And what doesn't make any sense, which makes him seem just foolish, is that if they have that conversation, it doesn't mean that some of the things that he wants to have in a marriage can't exist.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's just like, just because she doesn't agree that it's not in every marriage doesn't mean that if you were willing
Absolutely.
to open your mouth and stop being a jackass, that there wouldn't be something that you all could come up with that worked for the both of you all.
Yeah,
1000%.
but he's not even willing to have the conversation.
No.
We actually just said this, was it last week or the week before during our podcast. I was like, when they talk about the key to a marriage, it's just that, a key. You can't use your car key to open up the house.
Right.
It's a key. It has its own thing. It's
Even
like,
if we both got a doggone Mustang same year, my key can't open your
Right,
Mustang
exactly.
and vice versa.
yeah, so what I said last week, I said the key to the makeup to a marriage is like a fingerprint. It's like, it's only one. Y'all's is only going to work for you. Ours is only going to work for us. And for him to keep boasting this failed marriage that he keeps talking about, and he is like, well, you know, she's never been married before. This is how a marriage works. He doesn't know how a marriage should work. And I'm glad they actually brought that up to him. This is like, no, there's not one particular thing that makes a marriage work.
If heaven forbid, we've all been married 15 years plus, right? If heaven forbid something happened, we all got remarried to different people. All we know is how to be married to the person we were married to.
Right.
All that stuff would actually probably hurt you into a new relationship if you don't just say, let me wipe this clean.
Right.
Because that's not Melissa, this ain't Kevin, that ain't Marcus, that ain't Angel.
Yeah.
That is just, the fingerprint analogy is so good because there's some foundational truths like respect, honor, you have to have good communication. But what that means, what does good communication look like? What does showing up for each other look like?
Absolutely.
It's going to be different from any, from person to person. So his he feel like he is doggone God's gift to marriage because he had a marriage that last 6 years that didn't work.
And because his parents stay together, which again, I feel like for me and him, the thing that has worked to our benefit is that his parents did stay married and my mother did not stay married because we had two very different point of views of how things could go in like, what for me, I know very strongly what my boundaries are, and for him, he knows what commitment looks like. But it's not as if he got a heads up because his parents stay together, and I am way back still putting on my shoes to start the race. No, we both have two different perspectives that lean and help this marriage, and Erik is not willing to see that in Virginia, that even though she comes from a family that, or parents that didn't stay together, a dad that was divorced more than once, that those experiences did not still help her figure out what she wants in a marriage.
And if nothing else about Virginia, she is clear.
Yeah.
She is very clear about her boundaries and her expectations. And sometimes she does it in like, I mean, but it didn't work.
Right. But she get them words out.
But she said it. She said what she said.
She don't let him go. She don't let him slide on nothing.
I
says
look
with
at
a
her.
smile, but she says
does.
it.
She says it with a smile, but she means, and there's always truth and a kernel of honesty in it. And it's so appreciative because if he would shut up and listen sometime, he would realize that she was impacted by not having that example. And it has given her a roadmap of sorts of what she does want her marriage to be. But he feel like he read the manual because he wrote it.
Right. There you go.
Right.
And therefore he's the only one with the answers.
And who better to tell him that than her father, who's been married multiple times? It's like, hey,
he took that big
let me tell you
pause before he said he ain't think Erik was gonna say it.
Yeah, he's like, let me tell you something. And that's what he needed. Like Angel said something. This is back when we were dating. We got friends that were dating. They ended up splitting up, got with other people, and they were completely different people in their new relationships.
Yeah,
it's just like different people bring out different things.
Wasn't that the cheating podcast?
No, there is a Esther Perel. She says you pick a partner, you pick a role.
Yeah.
That's literally what she says. You pick a partner and you pick a role. And so, again, to your point, when you are with someone, there's a dynamic that you play.
So if you got married to like Ron Isley, it'd be a different like situation because of like the beard and stuff and the silver,
I love the eye roll she
the
gave
gray
me.
and the coolness.
He wears a lot of fur.
in the fur. It'd be different.
I hate all of you in this room.
However,
Or if you would have married that one person that we saw that picture of.
Oh, yes.
Don't
Who would
join
you
her.
be?
Don't
Yeah.
join
I
her.
wonder. You would
Oh,
probably
how
be
would
a,
I wondered too because Kevin had my back
You-
past couple
yes.
episodes.
Marcus.
a
at all.
K&G suit on is what you would have.
Oh, Stacey Adams. Come on.
Stacey Adams
Stacey.
with the wide legs.
Oh,
Yeah.
wide legs.
Yeah.
Swish it around. Swish washing. And find that
I
drink at
talked
the
about
bottom.
Ron Isley, a celebrity person. You gonna bring real people up into this podcast.
Listen, I didn't say
Josh,
it was a real
help
person.
me.
I just
Ron's
said,
real?
Bex, call
I said
grandma.
a picture of a person. That's all I said.
That's all she
I
said.
know you know. I know what you're talking. You talking about a picture of a person. We all seen the picture.
It's a good picture.
That's why I got down with Melissa before I turned 35.
Gator Stacey
That's
Adams
funny.
with the big fin
Come
coming up the
on,
middle.
Marcus. I never wore those.
I never wore
I
those.
did it. Even when I was at church, where I was like, I'm not gonna wear gators.
When my boy
I'm
wore
just
wore
not
some
gonna
to
do
prom.
I had one pair of powder blue gators.
Oh, yeah.
That was
You wore
only-
the Gators though. That's the first Gators.
Bless you.
Bless you.
What was that? A regular or a
I
vid?
know.
Pollen or vid?
There's a lot of pollen in the valley
Oh,
right
man,
now.
you got
Hold on.
allergies. You got allergies too. Everybody got the allergies. He's like, ain't been here.
You know, I got that vid.
Now, the one thing I'll say about Virginia that I was just like, now, girl, is the fact that she still doesn't understand how staying over one of her guy
That's
friends'
her
house.
one
Dude, I'm like,
It's just like I don't get how she can't see how that might be
Yeah.
inappropriate in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I don't know why she
That's the
stands on
one.
that.
We're all flawed.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's her one. Like this girl.
gotta
it's such a bad one though. It's
Yes,
like,
it
God
is.
dang.
Hold on. This is the funny thing she said. You're at work anyway. What does it matter if I'm
If I
sitting
come
here?
home, yeah.
Because I'm gonna know you was over at his house.
Yeah.
You're not.
She Jacob that because she has
She
a
did.
point.
Yeah,
I
But
said the
she
same
chose
thing.
the wrong hill to die on.
She chose
Yes,
the wrong.
yes,
that girl
yes.
want to stay at her guy friend's
She
house.
want to
wants
drink
spend
and
the
she want
night.
to stay at her guy's
Yeah,
house.
that-
She want to keep those two things. You could have a lot. There'll be a lot I'll give, but that getting drunk and staying at my guy friend's
That's a
house
no.
overnight,
That's
I
a
like
hard
it.
no.
I don't even know what he could give her that would make her give that up. Like what he could compromise on where she would be like, okay, I feel like that's
You
like
need
her.
to get some girlfriends and start staying over their house.
She
Like,
not-
hey,
I
when
don't
I
think she would even care
when
about
I
that.
she
Yeah,
wouldn't.
she
He was like, hey,
not-
when I travel, I'm gonna stay at Karen's.
But he be coming across so insecure on that. Like, you need to be home with me.
Yeah, he does.
You can't be with your friends if you're home with me. And everything needs to be. I'd be like, bro, you need friends then.
Yeah,
Hello?
he be acting straight up like you my property ish.
Get
When
around with
she-
some other Capitol stormers and talk about how y'all hate the way
Yeah.
that you're losing the country.
The insurrection.
I don't know if it was just me, but when she was talking to her sister-in-law, I feel bad for the sister-in-law. I'm like, you are in a prison, ain't you? It's like-
She was just
I don't
like,
know why. I
"He's
was
not
just
gonna
like,
go for that.
yeah, no.
Eric ain't gonna like that.
But I mean, did have a point. It's like, yeah, Virginia got some things, girl. You got to come on now.
Yeah.
If you want to be with this dude,
if
like,
you wanna be my lover, gotta go and vote for Trump.
Oh yeah.
give me the knife.
Anything else on this? Oh, this is the last thing I wanted to say about them. That they were having like a really like cutesy. He like picked her up after Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Laugh, and it was like super flirtatious. I was like, oh, they were able to have like therapy, counseling, and come from that like in a good spirit.
Literally
And
seconds
child,
later,
it
from
just
sugar to ish.
so quick.
you
quick.
can cuss on this.
Can I?
We have been.
Oh, see, I be
But
trying
you know
to-
what? But
y'all see
Dr.
how I be
Pepper
trying to clean
surely,
myself up?
Dr. Pepper surely in her confessional gave all the shade. She was like, I mean, I like them, but they can't keep sweeping these problems under the rug.
She,
No,
like,
it's
the top of
facts
the-
though. That's all
Yeah, but
facts.
I know, but it was just like because when they were saying how well they were doing and how they've been able to talk, she was nodding her head like, y'all are lying.
Yeah, because they keep saying,
It's
you know,
so obvious to
everything's
everybody else.
great, but I'm like, no, if
Everything's not great,
And,
though.
that was like a normal situation. It's like, hey, we're having fun, but it ain't gonna last long.
No.
Real married people know when you beefing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, nigga, we ain't cool this week.
Yeah.
Maybe in a couple of days. But they'd be acting like y'all, we see y'all beefing. Why y'all acting like y'all ain't beefing?
Listen, we have friends like that would come to stuff, and then
Oh, my God.
after they would leave, and I would talk to them, and she'd be like, you know, we are like not on good terms
Like,
right
we
now.
can
and I
tell.
was like, I know.
It's
She was
obvious.
like, You could. I was like,
The fact that y'all don't make eye contact the whole time, and y'all don't y'all talk to everybody but each other.
Right.
I was
Pretty
like,
obvious.
y'all's energy was like, I don't. But this,
Yeah.
With you?
Yeah.
right? That's really what it
Little
was.
stupid husband.
She was like, oh my God, I'm so
People
sorry.
that don't even know them is like, wait, something's wrong here.
That
Like,
tension be like, hey man, what y'all got?
like,
Y'all
what
got
is
these
all this
people?
in here? Is somebody's
Tension thick up in here.
is somebody smoking? Like, what's going on?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I said, what you gotta be sorry for? I said, like, that happens in life.
Absolutely.
Like, and you also want to come to the event to support our kid, and we appreciate it, but I'm not about to be like, oh, y'all got to fake like y'all are doing well.
We were talking, I don't know what I was hearing this. Oh, it was the comedian last night, Jasmine. She was talking about how she want to be away from her husband. She was like, we've been together for 390 days straight.
Sure did.
Hold up. The fact that you know.
She said 396 days.
396
Yeah,
days
it means
straight.
you got a calendar. You
Every time.
tallying everything off.
She said it so many times, but that's like, it's normal to, if you spend that much time with somebody, years with somebody, y'all ain't always gonna be on the
Right.
best of terms.
Right.
So for Virginia and Eric to act like whom they
Just met.
and every time they reset how much time it's actually been, it'd be like, ain't no way y'all should be getting along
Right.
perfectly.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if you are like great couple, you gonna get into it.
Yeah.
Cause y'all, it's a lot.
I hate how he always tries to look like the better person of the two.
Yes.
Like he always presents as like, well, you know, she does this. Like, why are you trying to make out like you the good guy in this
He does,
situation?
Marcus.
Trying
He
to
does.
he like baits people in to see if they're gonna take his side.
Yes.
He
And be
said-
shocked when they.
Oh, go ahead. I was just
I was
going
just
to
say
say.
he'd be shocked
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
when they don't. When
Yeah.
they don't take his side, he'd be
Yeah, they're
like,
like,
well, I mean,
okay.
that's
I mean,
how you feel.
that's a way to look at it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I forgot what he said, but he said something to Dr. Pepper, and her face looked like
Yeah. Yeah.
But they
Oh.
didn't actually. She didn't
I
actually
caught
say
that.
it. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Hold on. I may have wrote it. Hold on.
But
I got
yeah,
my
he
notes.
does that. Yeah, I had notes this time. I was like, let me write notes. 'Cause I'd be forgetting stuff. But yeah, I think that being able to define your own marriage is something every person, couple, relationship, I think that is something that you should do because again, you got it?
Nah.
Oh, unspoken expectations is the first place you'll find frustration.
Yes.
Not getting your expectations met, but you
Yes.
didn't speak them. It just breeds frustration.
Yes.
And so that's, I think, what's happening here. She's like, well, let's talk about those things. And he doesn't even want to come to the table.
Right.
He's just like, this is what it is. So I think she does have a point. I do agree that her staying the night over her boyfriend or her friend's house.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that's a no.
Like even Pastor Cal was like,
Yeah.
I'm married. I ain't with that.
Yeah. And
I don't know of anybody that
trying to
would
make
be.
it seem like it's about trust.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I don't even like that. I really think that she's trying to like, I don't know, maybe she's trying to bring home the point that she's making that we can make our marriage whatever we want it to be. But I think this is the one there's
Yeah.
no compromise. You're just going to have to give this
Even
one
if
up.
it wasn't men, even if it was girls, like you really got to stay there that much.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's just an unusual thing.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
be married and like, but I'm spending the night at my girlfriend's house or especially the opposite sex thing in this order their marriage thing. But yeah.
But
anyway.
even if like I can't even think of a situation like unless you're out of town or something, it's
Right.
just like
or y'all beefing.
yeah. I mean that'd have to be a pretty bad beef.
Yeah,
Right.
You got a couch.
Listen,
I don't know.
When me and Melissa be beefing, we have had that bed gonna get slept in.
Oh yeah, I don't care how mad me and Angel like
The tension
stay
will
over
separate
there,
the
yeah.
bed anyway.
That's true.
That tension be right in the
Yeah.
middle like a doggone
Yeah,
from
but-
the bed to the
yeah.
ceiling.
If you back to back, that's a concrete wall right there. That's
That's accurate.
we ain't
That's
never
accurate.
slept in opposite. Opposite
been,
with.
been pissed.
Yeah.
But you
Only thing you do is yank the covers hard.
But you're not going to like the opposite sex that first of all, that's the primary way you end up doing something you're gonna regret.
Yeah, that's Pink P
Yeah.
and Pink Virginia.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I don't know, girl.
All you need is somebody to vent to and they side with you. Yeah.
Why my hands off? You was venting.
Exactly.
All right.
Get that one up,
Well, all
Virginia. Get that one up, girl. Get that one up.
Oh my goodness. We have been so stressed, me and Marcus, for real, this past like couple of weeks. And I know for me, where I carry tension is in my jaw.
Mine too.
And so I end up grinding my teeth, not just when I'm awake, but when I am asleep, which is really bad. It's really bad for your enamel. And to be able to try to fix that, it's like $200 to $300 per guard.
So
to
expensive.
be able to, get that together. And like 40 million Americans deal with that. But not when you're dealing with our sponsor, Smile Brilliant, who is a sponsor of this episode. They make it affordable for you to be able to deal with grinding your teeth, which sometimes comes from an abnormal bite or anxiety or stress. And it can cause worn enamel, tooth decay, sleeplessness, and expensive dental procedures. But they're trays or night guards that are custom fitted.
Custom fitted?
Custom fitted.
To my own teeth?
To your teeth. And then they can do it to Melissa's teeth. They can do my teeth. They can do Marcus and
mine.
Josh's
They
teeth.
big.
Josh and Bex?
And Bex.
But she used to live in Houston.
They don't matter because they're going to mail it to you.
Wow.
Wherever she lives. It is only $45 per tray.
$45 a tray?
$45
Per guard?
per guard, which is dope because you need a new guard about every year. So imagine having to pay $200 to $300 per guard every year versus $45.
$45 ain't number little.
Ain't
Little
nothing but
mine.
it. Ain't nothing but
Little
it.
bit.
$45 all right with me. Yes, it is.
Amen. Smile Brilliant also offers custom fitted teeth whitening trays and Carry Pro electric toothbrushes. So this is what you can do. Head over to www.smilebrilliant.com and use beautiful at checkout for 30% off. Wow. Once again, that's www.smilebrilliant.com and use beautiful at checkout. Thank you, Smile Brilliant. So who we on to next?
So let's go to the other train wreck, Jake and Haley.
Yeah, so we're
Oh
next.
my God.
They lead the league in, this was an okay day. Let's ruin it before bedtime.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, they do.
They do.
They are so toxic to each other.
Listen, that doggone bracelet argument situation. When
funny.
she went, well, what about that hat? He was like, the $20 Alabama hat?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it in your possession? He was like, yes.
Yeah.
You don't
You
ever
don't
wear it.
The point wasn't to wear it, but I
Yeah,
have it.
I have it. It's right here.
We weren't in a good place. Mom, send it now.
And then
Since
the-
he wants it so bad. I was
And
like,
then the
girl,
trash
you-
mama like siding with her. It's like, oh, if he's got
so tacky.
it's so tacky. He gotta mention the price just because. I mean, you have it. It's here. She don't have it.
It's too late for that anyway.
It really is.
Getting it now is irrelevant. It's the point.
Just give
being
it
made.
back to him.
What is really irritating and really made me dislike Haley all the way around
Yeah,
is
I
that
turned
there
on
was
her.
no remorse, no actual sorrow.
She's
And
Big
she
Chris
went
in this.
straight into defensive mode.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just notice that, like, really it's bothering him and be like, my bad, I really didn't know it was
Even
that
her
big of a
sorry
deal.
was like,
She
well, I'm
wasn't
sorry.
sorry.
She
She
feel
was
like that.
What got me was in the moment, maybe you
should
get
be looking.
defensive because you don't get it. Okay, fine. But after Dr. Pepper came
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she said, this is what this gift means to him.
Yes.
That was his big gift. That was his gift of showing I'm serious about this thing. I'm so excited to be married to you. Yes, here's this gift. I put time, thought, effort, and my money behind
Yes.
it. And she was still like,
Yeah. That's exactly what she was
she
doing.
did not get it.
Yeah.
When he
That's
was
the
like, well,
problem.
she was her justification proved his point.
Right.
When
Right.
it wasn't top of mind, he was like, that is literally
exactly
what
what-
I.
That
That
is
the
exactly the
entire
point.
point. Well, I just didn't think about it.
That is what
not
I-
You're saying,
understanding
yeah.
that
Thank you for
that's what
validating my
Yeah.
point.
That is the whole thing that I'm saying.
Yes.
I spent $1,000 on you
Yeah.
before we even knew each other, my bad. Before we even knew each other,
Right.
and it never crossed your mind to even have somebody bring it.
Right.
That
And-
never, and they weren't doing that bad that quick. Remember,
Right.
they had the 4 or 5 days cool. She never said, "Hey, could you?"
But
I'm
the thing
with
is,
him.
is
Consider
the,
it.
thing,
No,
and
he
the
was
other
right.
thing is like, I don't even think it's so much the price. It's the fact that I put this time and, like you said, time and thought into this.
Yeah.
And you can't even just have it under the bed.
Just have it on the
Stuff it in a
bed.
shoe.
Stuff it
At
in a
least
shoe.
have it somewhere close.
and that was his whole point. It is literally not, he said it has never been in this house.
Right.
Right.
The entire time. And that really, I don't remember if he said this, but really what he was saying was, You hurt my feelings.
Yes.
And that's
he
what
said everything but.
Yeah.
I could not see how she could not see that.
Yeah.
And
Right.
how it was
Yeah.
so much more about her then trying to justify, well, you kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
I
know
just-
what though? In her defense, not in her defense of this, but in her defense of how people are in marriage, I remember acting like that. It is so much harder to just say I was wrong. I apologize. My natural inclination early in marriage was, here's what you did.
That
Even
kind
I
of
was-
tick for tack.
tit for tat. And when you see it, you be like, ooh, she is trash, but I have, because he had her so dead to rights.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it was so obviously bad.
And he didn't even screw it up.
He did it.
He didn't even screw it up.
He
was
didn't
just like,
jack it up. He was just like, yo, that's kind of like rude. Like you didn't even, you never even thought enough of me. Is
Right.
what I'm saying.
Right,
You didn't think enough of
exactly.
me of what that meant from me.
Absolutely.
You know, he
You're
like,
right.
I ain't got no whole bunch of bread.
Basically, that's what he
like
was saying.
$800 is a lot of money.
Right.
Amelia kept a rock that
Shut
had
up.
a string
Yeah.
through it and
Shut
wore
up.
that. She kept that as a symbol of this man is thinking about me even before he met me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the fact that to what you said, Kevin, you can still give an honest apology and then have a discussion on, okay, then please explain to me how these two things are different then.
Right.
How, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it would hurt your feelings. I hear what you're saying and I do apologize.
Yeah.
Owning up that. And then you can then have a separate discussion of, now, I thought it of the same way of like how I bought you the hat and you don't wear it.
Right.
But instead it was so much more of, I don't really need to apologize because you do the same with the hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And all the excuses. And remember, we were whisked away to our honeymoon.
Yeah.
And then we came back. Well, honey boo, it's been 4 weeks now.
4
Yeah.
weeks.
6 weeks.
It's been
Yeah.
whatever.
You coulda overnighted
had-
that thing for
correct.
$30.
And
Now
your
the mom could
mama-
just do it for
now
10
your
For
bucks.
more
mom
than
is-
the price of the hat.
Yes, correct.
Or less.
Correct.
She picked up that hat at a gas station. She was on her way. It's like,
And
oh,
really
let
try
me-
to equate it to a doggone.
yeah, give me 15 on
bracelet.
20 and a 15 on 6.
Which
and
is all the
give me that
more
hat,
reason
too.
why she wasn't concerned about it and didn't bring it up to begin with, because it didn't have as much thought, effort, or money
Right.
apparently
Yes.
as he did. And so it was. I love when Dr. Pepper said that. She said this was his big gift.
Yeah.
This was his literal big gift.
Before he even knew you, but he knew what you were gonna
He was
be.
Jesus
Yeah.
before he knew you.
Just had that thought.
In the womb.
It was another further example of she did not try.
She didn't.
has not tried,
does
and
not.
she's acting like she's done the most.
She's done
Yeah.
nothing.
And then when they were talking, she was like, "Well, I just shut down, and that's what I do." Well, then that's not trying.
Yeah, but this
Right.
is the other thing too, though. There is a difference in being self-reflective, which I think she was doing, and taking accountability.
Come
Yeah.
on, Melissa. That's
And
the truth.
so she was just being, that's just what I do, and I shut down, and that's just who I am. Okay, I get it. I'm happy that you understand that's what you do. The other side of that and growth is actually saying that's what I do, and I need to work on it.
Right.
And I haven't met what I need to be, and for that I apologize.
Yeah.
That's what she should have done.
She's
Yeah.
so petty with the things that she don't like about him, though. She's like annoyed at him wearing dress shoes. Granted, it is.
Came to the batting cage.
know.
Granted, it is
Hard
strange, but he was
is.
like, "We're not running to first base,"
was.
and I was
it
like,
doesn't really matter,
"That's a good
though.
point. He's there to hit baseball bats, even if he's. I mean, his baseball, even if he said the ball was moving too slow.
Too slow. That's
But
why
white
he
people
couldn't-
be wearing cowboy boots everywhere.
Everywhere.
That is not unusual to me as a
They
black.
are comfortable.
They
They,
are uncomfortable?
no, they
They
are
are
comfortable.
comfortable.
I have cowboy boots.
Yeah, she said
Multiple
it like he
pairs.
was wearing patent
But this
leather
was the
loafers.
for
Right.
me, that was analogous to what the bracelet is to him. I felt like, not that it meant that much to her, but I felt like it was talking about how far apart they are.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like more than it was really about. I thought it was weird. I ain't gonna lie to you. However, it's really not that big of a deal where Dr. Pepper is reading her unanswered questions, and hers was literally, why would he wear?
Right.
Why would
Yeah.
he wear?
That's a little.
Cowboy
That's-
boots.
She
And
just
hard,
be
but here's the
picking him
That's dumb.
apart.
Here's
She
the funny
do.
thing about that, right? I thought, like, why would you wear hard bottoms to batting cage? I just thought you want to be comfortable. He was like, who said I wasn't comfortable?
Exactly.
Right.
That
Exactly.
was the moment.
Yes.
Exactly.
That was the moment.
It never crossed her mind that
he-
could be comfortable for him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It never crossed her mind of anything of how his comfort level is, of how he likes to do things. She's just so turned off that he is him.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That she's just
100%.
like, if you just if I could fix you, maybe this could work, but I don't think I can fix you. I
Yes.
tried to put you in new clothes. That didn't work.
And the other thing is he's not broken.
No.
It's just who he is.
He's just
It's
and
him.
they're
would
different
appreciate.
people.
She even got annoyed at him at the pictures that she was looking at at the golfing event at work. She was like, "And you wore this?"
She sure did.
He was like, "Well, people at work aren't as stuck up as you." Basically, is what he said. Like,
He said that in the nicest way
Yeah.
possible. That is
She
absolutely
said,
what
"Oh
he said.
God, this bowl cut." He was like, "Well, it was a different time."
yeah.
But everybody of
Like-
that age,
That's what he was trying to
people
make
was
fun
doing the
of.
bowl cut. Like, we don't know how to do
yeah,
it.
you idiot. It was.
She thinks
it was
she
the
got Derek
80s.
Better's energy. She thinks she better than him out here. I
does.
actually think, just like we were talking about a little while ago of like finding the right person, I think if the experts, or even after this, there's a person for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
A person who won't take offense, who's just basically laid back. Because I think Dr. Pepper said it last episode, and she more alluded to it this episode. She wanted to change him, and he actually did a lot to
did.
try to
He
make
did.
himself right for
He
her.
did.
He did.
Somebody will like him. We like, no, I don't care about cowboy boots. We over here having a good time.
Yeah. Or
appreciate
I wear
this
cowboy
bracelet.
boots too.
Or I wear cowboy boots too.
Yeah.
Or that's a nice bracelet. Thank you. I'm gonna wear this not because I love it, but because you thought enough
Right.
to do this.
Which is-
You can wear it 3 times.
You know how many
Often in
people-
relationships, you have to wear and do things because it means something.
You know how many
to your
times
partner.
I've heard married people say stuff like, it's like, "Oh, I like that, man. I hate this, but my wife got it for me."
Correct.
Or
Listen,
my husband
the
got this
fact
for
that
me,
your
and I
person
wear
loves
it.
you, got it for you, is what makes you like it and wear it.
I've got Marcus many of blazers that he hates, and I'll be like,
I've-
"You gonna put that on?"
I've stopped giving Kevin outfits because I've realized he'll wear it once or twice and be like, the first purge we do of the closet, it's in the garbage. Oh, so you didn't really like that? Got it.
Yeah.
What I won't be doing is buying
Is
you
that
nothing else.
I ain't doing that? Yeah, no.
I got
This
one
is
more
why.
time, and then
Zoom
I'm back
out.
on your side.
Zoom out. Push the camera back.
Zoom out.
I mean, but the thing about it is there's really nothing wrong with it. It's just
No.
recognizing I got it. I don't buy clothes that you like.
Exactly,
That's fine.
Exactly. Marcus does not care if it's my style or not. If he wants to see me in it, he doesn't care.
Do you do the same?
Marcus will be like, "Yup, I like this jewelry." Marcus buys
Tight on
me-
the ass. That's what I'm here for.
the only
No, I
requirement.
was about to say-
smell.
Yeah.
No, I was about to say jewelry. Marcus will buy me jewelry like
Oh, yeah.
we are 70 at a yacht club with dripping in diamonds.
Yeah.
It is just
Wear this
like,
brooch.
yeah,
Brooch.
it'll be like these intricate like diamond earrings, not like hoops, not like anything young looking. It'll be something where it's just like, I better own something. You can't wear these and not
Yeah.
own nothing.
Get your game up.
That
I'm dressing you for where you need to be, not where you
I
at.
have grandkids.
This
Yeah,
jewelry-
you at hoops. I'm trying to get you the diamond
Come on.
draped.
He's prophesied.
She
He
had
said-
that white
Yeah.
diamonds when she was 8.
That's why he liked me. He said, "Oh, that's maturity."
Yeah.
That's Ernestine energy.
Yeah, big Ernestine.
Somebody to stand up and grunt.
That's
Like, yeah. Yeah, that boy, she know how I
That's
cook.
what he said. Ernestine.
She can
I
fry
love
some
y'all,
food.
man. I like y'all as people and friends.
You so
More
silly.
than co-hosts. Y'all are great. I enjoy y'all. And then the
Thank
children.
Kevin, but
I mean,
listen,
Kevin.
we enjoy you all too.
I ain't had to hold the baby in a minute.
Evan.
We will drop
We should go out of
him
town
off.
again as friends.
Yes.
When are we? You going
Bottle
out of town?
Beautiful.
Y'all
We are
out of
going
town
to.
so much, though.
Y'all been out of town. Y'all ain't even back
to
yet.
one
Let Josh
place.
perk up. Josh was
We went
tuned
to
out.
one place.
If y'all
No, I'm
open,
saying
I
y'all
will
got-
reach back out to them folks I've reached out to at the
Reach
beginning.
out.
Reach out.
All right. You
We
ain't said
we
nothing
we,
about
we
it.
shot it up.
I'm
Y'all
still
got
not.
both?
Coming soon.
Okay, me too.
Next week, I'm done.
I'm getting my
Week after
I
hers.
think I'm gonna just. Yeah, I need that.
You can't skip days.
No, I'm not gonna do it early. I'm just saying I can't wait to get my second.
But the second is the doozy,
I
and you
know.
have it on the day or the day before you
I'm
get it.
worried
it's
about you.
shooting.
And I'm just gonna push
yes,
through.
because literally, this
gonna
is
push
Kevin
through.
Fredericks. Anytime you see medication and they say these are the potential side effects, Kevin will get everyone,
I believe that.
every
I fully
single
believe
one.
that.
And I'm like, why
Blonde
would you
hair. Like,
shoot-
what happened, Kevin? Man, had that shot.
It said-
Side effect.
Yes. Huh?
It's the
Just
No,
day.
I'm talking about the day after.
So he's gonna fly on the day that he ain't gonna feel good, and the day after you gonna be
That and
spent.
that and
It's a quick flight. So
It's a quick 5.5.
where it's Atlanta show, ain't
Yeah.
it? Yes.
No show, but Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's when you trying to. Yeah, I'm nervous.
I'm gonna push through. You know what?
Yes,
Well, I'm gonna
and
tell you
that's
what
my
messes
fear.
me up. Talking to other people was like, I was fine that day. I'll be like, that's gonna
No,
be me.
Kev got the
But it
first
ain't.
shot, and his arm was achy for 3 days.
It
Hey,
really was.
no,
That
no.
Moderna.
That
No
Moderna.
lie, and I'm not
No,
No,
even
no.
exaggerating.
That
Josh.
Moderna, that feel like somebody took a baseball bat to my shoulder.
Marcus, it felt like somebody put a knife in my shoulder and then banged it.
Yeah.
It was like, by the second morning, I was like, bruh, this
He
is
gets
like,
all the everything.
No, I had that.
nah, Josh.
Let me see.
I was King
The family
Kong.
left. Well,
Well, y'all had, you had Moderna or Pfizer?
Yeah,
Moderna.
y'all had the same one. I had that
No, that-
Pfizer. I felt
It-
fine.
I talked to a bunch of people. That Moderna.
It hurt,
Next
bro.
day,
I was,
next
like,
2-3
sleeping
days.
on it was like, bruh, okay.
No, made a mistake and pushed open the door and forgot.
And the prick was baby prick.
I didn't even
it didn't
feel
hurt
it.
getting
I didn't
it
even
at
feel it.
all.
You were flexed.
It was a little flickety flick. But after that, I got lightheaded. I had to take it. Like, I felt like I was
Yeah.
drunk.
Yes.
Oh,
I
really?
was watching Married at First Sight, and I was like, yo, my head is spinning.
No, I was
Melissa
driving and I was like,
So
my
was I.
shoulder's starting to hurt.
He's like, the car's going the wrong way.
Josh,
No, I didn't feel any of that. I just
I
like
was tripping, bro.
I'm praying that we shoot on the day I get my second shot. But I think I'll be fine.
I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna push through.
He gonna be
I'm
on
gonna be
the
on the
plane like this.
Please be there.
I'm gonna just drink a lot of water. I'm gonna eat this time before I go. I didn't eat last time.
All right, before we jump into the next couple, we want to tell you about ShipStation because we are all entrepreneurs and we sell merchandise, which, by the way, there is the Bald and the Beautiful merch coming your way. So, like, be prepared for that. I should have samples of a logo in like a week or so. And when we have our ish together, we gonna use, can I say ish? I said it now. We
said
gonna
it.
use ShipStation to sell it.
Amen.
yeah, we are.
Nice.
I've said ish before.
Go ahead, double down, Liz.
I am before I take it away. We're going to use ShipStation. It is a fantastic platform that integrates Etsy, your own website. What's the other one that we use? eBay, any of those things. It's a portal that pulls it all together on one platform. So you can see, first of all your orders, all the money that you're making, but also it makes it really simple and easy for you to organize what needs to ship when. You can organize it by category, by type, by customer, by whatever you need to organize it. It makes it very, very simple because time is money, period. And so you good? Oh.
I was daydreaming.
The more efficient you can be with your time means the more money that you can make.
Yes.
That's period. So what you're going to do is use our code TBTB
TBT.
to get a 60-day free trial. That's 2 whole months for free, no hassle, stress-free shipping. Just go to ShipStation.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the page and type in TBTB.
TBT.
One more time, that's ShipStation.com. You're going to click on the microphone at the top of the page. You're going to type in TBTB. And you're going to make ship happen.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Last couple couples. Let's go to Clara and Ryan.
I'm worried about them now.
I think I got a revelation on Ryan.
Okay.
I don't know if it's true, but I wonder if the religion thing is playing a bigger role in his distance with her than he originally made it seem. Because when he was talking to his mom or her mama and they were bringing it up and she was like, I was kind of this way. And then as soon as I had her, immediately it like kicked in that this was really important. And in his confessional, he said that there was a quote here. I think I wrote it down, but he said something like, that went a long way in relationship. That's what he said. That was a huge plus in relationship building.
Yep.
And I'm thinking to myself, y'all ain't gonna have kids till a few years down the
Way
road.
down.
What that got to do with today?
They gotta have sex to have
Unless,
kids.
correct. Unless it is a bigger issue. Like it's one of
right.
his non-negotiables that he hasn't really clearly said aloud is actually a non-negotiable.
He doesn't
The
say
religion.
Yes.
He didn't say much aloud.
That's actually true.
That is starting to irritate me about Ryan, is that there's an inner monologue going on.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
even after they read their letters to each other and sat in that awkward silence that I
That
wanted
was
to kill
such an
both of them
awkward
for.
scene.
First of all, what would have been subtext, I need you to say I love you. He ain't gonna say it. So remember, you're loved as a third grader, you're loved in middle school and high school. You're always loved. And he was like, Ryan, as a kid, you were great. As a man,
and
even
I wouldn't
better.
change anything.
And I wouldn't change a thing.
What it was What was so bad is like her sitting there going through all these emotions and him just, yeah. That's what you're going through, and I won't speak a word on it.
And the thing is I think he is thinking something that might be beneficial or helpful to her during her crying.
I don't think it is.
But nothing is coming out of his
I
mouth.
don't think
The
he
silence
cares.
was so loud.
They talk about how great their relationship is. I highly doubt it. I think they are just nah.
Well, I think they think their relationship is great because they're not talking about what is not great.
Yeah.
Are they talking at all?
Yeah, so they're like, this is going perfect. They're like, we're in a space together, not arguing.
And that's what they're saying to each other. That's it.
And we're laying
Because they be
beside each
sitting
other.
in silence. Oh, they sit in silence more than Haley and Jacob. At least Haley and Jacob are arguing.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
Ryan and Clara
is a
don't be
chatty
saying
Cathy.
nothing.
She is.
And the fact that she's put herself on mute for him is sad. I understand. While I did agree with him when she was running off the mouth at the the honeymoon on other people's issues, I did agree with him on that. I feel bad that if this is the result of it, that she's muted herself in everything, because that seemed to be the core of a person that she is. She likes to talk. She likes to, just be really sociable, charismatic. But it feels like with him, she's just like taking on a lot of his personality, which is for sure. 100%.
Granted, we not seeing everything, but for her to constantly say this is the best relationship she's ever had,
I want to know what her other ones were.
I don't think I do. It sounds awful.
They were having sex, though. She's
Yeah.
probably just like, at least I was getting penis. Now I don't have that.
Maybe
But
she
it's
was
the best
equating
that she's ever
to-
had.
Yeah. She better flick that lighter.
And maybe because he doesn't say anything mean to her and he's there.
Right.
Yeah.
He is there. He is
And
physically
that probably feels
there.
like love when you're not being like abused or not abused, but mistreated. So somebody's very kind to you. You're like, man, I wonder if that's probably her issue. Like, I've been in a lot of bad spots where people treated me poorly, but we had sex. Now he's treating me well, but we're not having sex. So this one thing, I didn't realize how much it meant to me.
And I don't know. And I now wonder, to be honest, and this is not to say that she can't just be a sex positive woman. So I'm not saying this as if this is right. I'm just saying it as a possible scenario. I wonder if the sex is important to her because it gives her a sense of security as far as in the solidifying the relationship.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, while I too would possibly, in her situation, I don't think I'm as sex positive as her because I wasn't as sexually active as it seems like she was before marriage. I wonder if, shoot, it just left me. God dang it.
You were doing so well, Angel.
Oh, it was a good point too. It was.
was
I
coming.
think
a good
the point you're making is a great point, which I'm going to try to finish it.
Please help me, girl.
That I do think that she finds there are people who find intimacy and connection by way of sexual intercourse. And I think she does find like comfort, security in this relationship. He's all in, I'm all in, and it comes through sex. And I think that there are people out there that exist like that.
Oh no, I was going to say the exact opposite.
Oh, hello?
I'm saying I think that's what she
I
does
think
think.
that. I'm a sex.
I think that's what she does think about herself, but I also think there's the other side of it is that she has more. She's enough even without that being on the table now. It almost feels as though she feels insecure about where their relationship is, not just with the I love you, but because they haven't had sex.
Oh, I
Got it.
agree.
Yeah.
And that I don't think she realizes that even though they're not having sex, and I get how him not being emotionally available is an issue, but she is enough as a person right now without the sex on the table.
She needs your shirt.
Yes. And you know what, though? I think
I'm worth it as
I'll
is
send it to you,
without
Clara, girl.
penis.
DM me. The other thing is that I think we're saying the same thing because I do believe that finding out that she is enough as is without sex is important, but I do also think that there are people that is an important rock to that equation.
We had this. Go on, I'm sorry.
And I think for her, it's just an important aspect of it. And I think I'll speak for me. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I know for me, because sex isn't a part of my equation so heavily, it's very easy for me and maybe for Ryan to minimize that importance.
We've talked talked about this on the Love Hour podcast
Absolutely.
on Thursday on Melissa's YouTube page. For me, Kevin, if we are not having sex, everything starts to come into question. Are we good? We're not good. We're not good. And Melissa's the opposite. If we're not connecting, she has this, I don't know if it's the same. Are we good? Are we good? But not having sex won't have her have that thought.
Right.
But not having sex will have me have that thought. Not communicating well won't have me have that thought.
Right.
So as often in marriage, one person's gonna have to go further, or not go further, but like I would have to over communicate and make sure we're close, and then that might unlock the coochie for me. The same thing as Alyssa giving me the coochie will unlock the communication.
Right.
What they're not having is he's not registering the damage that lack of connection is doing to her.
The physical.
The lack of that physical connection is framing the way she sees the whole marriage.
Absolutely.
I think if he started saying "I love you," she'd wait longer for
Even
sex.
that's the 1-2 punch.
I feel
It
like
is a 1-2
That's
punch.
the
I
1-2
agree with
punch that they're missing.
I agree with that too.
Because now she's like, I don't feel sexually fulfilled and loved. And maybe she's physical touch and words of affirmation.
Right.
And that security, and it's like, I don't want to impose this on him, but it sometimes seems like, because now that this episode, he was like, oh no, I know what it is. I just don't want to like wear out the welcome of love. It felt like it could be a little bit like, oh, now I have like how do you feel about church? You don't want to go to church? Cool.
I'm
gonna
like,
put this L word back in my pocket.
I won't be like, well, start saying it until you believe it.
That's
Listen, just talk to yourself until you get to it.
I mean, part of it is her for not communicating that with him for so long. Because, again, she's talked to everybody about it.
She's trying to be cool about it when she was never cool about it.
But at the same
she
time,
would not be that cool about it.
right.
She needs to be like, actually, this is
Because she
really
said,
hard for
I've
me.
been a little sexually frustrated. No, you've been extremely sexually frustrated.
I honestly think now
He
I'm
don't
really
like
going
her.
to double down.
I just don't really feel like he likes
I'm
her.
a double down. I really don't think sex is the problem. I really do think, because she asked for the experts to give her, like she said, I asked for this bid that I am now in.
She did.
I really think she thought, though, that the emotional connection and communication would have overridden everything, but he's not even giving that. I think if he was all about I love you and everything about you, she would be like, cool. And now she's falling back to what she's used to. She's like, well, if I can't get that, then at least give me some head then. If I can't get the I love you, give me sex then, because then at least I understand that part.
Yeah.
If you can't give me the other thing.
Give me love or give me
And
head.
I think
That should be on a shirt.
it is.
Yeah.
I think all of those
Head is my
things
love
are
language.
true, and I also think because they're all happening simultaneously, it's hard to decipher which one is which.
Yeah.
I think
agree.
that's part of it. Because she is clearly
Kill herself.
very sexual, and I can
Absolutely.
imagine that being in a relationship where you haven't said I love you, but you've had sex.
Yes.
I'm sure
At least
that's
one of
happened.
her needs is next.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
people will smash you and not say they love you.
That is exactly
Exactly.
true.
But it feels like love
And
to
that's
me.
what I'm saying. So
when I
in that
gush.
regard, because she's also said it's just sex.
But it ain't though.
No. But what I mean by that is she can have sex, have that physical fulfillment, not be
Yeah.
told I love you, but at least I'm getting just the bodily satisfaction
Yeah.
of sex. So
Yeah.
now you're coupling the sexual literal frustration with the emotional part of he ain't
Absolutely.
even do you like me? Do you love me? Are we gonna stay in
Right.
this? Because I'm falling for you. You ain't talking to me. We
Right,
ain't got this. You
right.
ain't vulnerable. I wrote you this letter. Your letter was whack.
And he even
3
had,
Ks.
he had the nerve to say,
Wow.
when Dr. Pepper said, I wanna say something to what you said, Ryan. I say I love you to my spouse and my children every time we get on
Yeah.
phone. He said, yeah, I'm just like that. He literally
literally
said that.
did.
And I was like, you
don't-
Right.
you don't
Because the
realize
thing
how-
is, it's like, but when he tried to bring up the thing, I don't want to become like, just habit and just saying it out.
But you already doing that with your family.
Right. But the
And they
thing
lost
is,
no
it's like
power.
you want that to be the last thing that person heard, should you not see them again.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, that's how we end the conversation. All right, love you too. It may be, we just say it just because we say it, but let's say that person don't make it home.
Right.
How you want to?
Last thing you said to him was like-
"They dead over on the freeway,"
Yeah.
Right.
and you ain't said nothing to him.
Yeah, all right, buddy,
pal.
pal.
Oh, he did say the pal one time. Pal is like Little Rascal's word.
I wish that Dr. Pepper or whomever, and maybe they are having these conversations, we never know. I wish that she would more the way she intercepted and interpreted Jake with the gift and the bracelet. I think they need that type of like mediation.
Connective. Yes. I think
when you're saying this is actually what he's saying.
Yep.
When she says this is actually what she said.
Yeah.
So they can more communicate, because right now they're missing it. And I think, sorry, last thing.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, you're doing good,
Speak on it.
I don't think that, child, let me not say that, because she said it. Who am I to contradict her? If this is her best relationship, Clara's best relationship, and it is not very vulnerable, they're very shallow.
At least what we see looks very shallow.
At least what we see. There is a lack of like honesty and transparency, which means you're not showing up as your full self in your relationship. Right. What type of relationships were you in before?
she was just getting taken down to pound.
The lack of argument does not mean this is a great relationship.
Come on, Melissa, speak on it. And I think that's what she's getting confused. I think she's confusing not being in something tumultuous as being a great relationship.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, to be fair, it might actually be because
An improvement.
Yes,
But,
an improvement, but it does not necessarily make a great relationship. And I almost feel like maybe Dr. Pepper didn't do the Jake situation, because Ryan, I feel like deflects critique in a way to just his for sures are not him absorbing.
That's a response to a conversation.
Yes, it's not him absorbing the words.
For sure.
Like when Dr. Pepper said the thing of, I say, oh, I do that. I was
It didn't
just
even
like,
register, but you're not doing that.
yes,
And
you're
that's
not
what she's
doing
asking.
that in this situation
Right.
at all. So that might be why she was just like, because you're not about to waste my breath. I don't know how many more breaths I got, and you ain't gonna
Correct.
take all of them.
That's
I'm gonna give it to
correct.
people who gonna listen.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, I lost it.
Listen, we in that lost
He
the
be,
words.
Ryan be rocking his. He's blacker than black. He be
With his
rocking
all
his
black
16,
shirt.
19.
yeah.
He rocking his Black Lives Matter.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, don't get it twisted. I like
Correct.
white women, but I
Yeah.
love my black people.
Correct.
I love my black. I love for the people. I
Oh,
love
hold
for the
on, you
people.
all right on him. Hold on, I got
dang.
notes.
The last thing I was going to say, though, is that Ryan presents really well. He is the boyfriend you want to take to see your mother.
He
Yeah,
has
he was
better
great.
conversations with everybody else.
He presented his mama. I felt like her mama was just like, yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait to talk to your mother.
Yeah.
When did you start walking? And he's just sitting there. Yes. So tell me more. Like, I feel like he presents like this is the guy you want to take home.
Mm-hmm.
But then goes home and he don't.
What could
be
I do?
showing
Yeah,
up
what
the
could I do
same,
to make
though.
her happier?
Yes.
You know, what type of things should I look
felt
out
like
for?
he presents so well.
Then to go home and be a rock?
And I think it might be the cameras, truly. It might
Yeah,
be
it
the
definitely could
cameras.
be.
It's
Might
got to
be.
be the cameras, because he does want to present well for the world. He's not about to be in the foolishness.
No.
He's not about to be
Absolutely
having arguments on camera. Doesn't matter
No.
if he disagrees wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
He'd rather remove himself
Sure enough.
than
Yeah.
to be in it. Even like with the whole church thing, us knowing that this is a huge thing for him, but when they talked about it in front of the aquarium, he was just like, oh, for sure. But his mind was thinking, oh, our kids are going to go to hell if I have kids with her. They are going to hell. They're going to be over here in witchcraft because she wants them to do whatever. But he's not saying any of that. But I think a lot of that has to do with he's not about to be out here looking stupid.
No.
Yes.
No.
No,
Which I feel you.
For sure.
For
for sure.
Because we got people on here that just don't care how ignorant they look.
But
No,
you know,
correct.
baby, you had to know.
I think I got all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't had much on them.
I ain't either. All right, last couple.
Please.
Briana and Vincent.
Well, I got that pressure. I got that pressure. Can't have the kid.
And she's like,
Can't
he
have
push it
personal.
off. She's like, far in the distance.
His face when she said it, when they were sitting down, she was like, long way away. He was like,
I know it.
That boy has
then they put
no
the
poker
sound.
face
yeah,
doesn't.
none.
at all.
And
Like,
they gave the reality TV said the boom. He was like,
Oh, bless his
it don't seem
heart.
like there's no editing with him. It's like just play his reaction.
He's gonna have to get that together.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Angel. I don't know who said it. Somebody was like, he wanted to be a father more than a husband.
Angel.
Was
Yeah,
it
Angel
No,
said that.
it's 100%.
And, and then what he said about his family and not having that, it was like, now, and there's your origin story.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I missed that as a kid. I want that. Yes, technically I need a wife to do that, but okay, thank you, kid. You have when? Let me take that.
Thank you.
Dad,
Right.
He
Yeah.
wants that. And I
Yeah.
get that. As black, I get it all. But when she's not being on that quickly,
Yeah.
you can
Right.
see the light just
In
go out
addition
his
to any alternative, they were talking about adoption. I'm not quite sure why they didn't talk about surrogacy.
It seemed like they talked about it a little bit.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, you're
all
right,
they
when
kept
you-
talking about was the legacy thing, and
Yeah.
he couldn't fathom.
Yeah,
Right.
no, and
Because they asked her, do you want her to have to, does she have to have the child personally?
Right, but then
I
it
thought
seemed
that
like
was-
they went straight to adoption.
They did.
I don't
They
think
did.
they don't. Maybe they brought it up, but on camera they didn't
Yeah.
They
Go
didn't
into
say
it.
it straight
yeah.
out for sure.
And
for
I
sure, for sure.
and
for
I
sure.
thought even though his attitude was a little, excuse me, I thought his response was honest. He was like, I never thought about it, and I have to take time to think about that.
The way they had it made it look like it was a complete negative, like no.
'Cause
But
when
it was
you
like
have the-
honestly, he hasn't thought about that.
When you have the
never.
vision, you have the I'm at the
Absolutely.
hospital. She's it's time, my water broke.
Yes.
You're not gonna get that with adoption or surrogacy. Even if it's her egg and your semen and another person, it's not gonna be the same as
Yeah, it's a
I was at the
different
hospital when
experience.
Melissa
It's a different
gave birth.
Yeah.
Tank was there when
Yeah.
Angel gave birth.
All them times.
All of them.
And if
All
you
of
have
them.
that in your mind, you
You
might
have
come
to
around
let-
to it, but it ain't gonna be as
No,
easy.
you have to you have to grieve that dream.
Yeah.
Before you can move on to another plan.
I had to grieve this daughter that never came into this world. I'm
That's
serious.
real.
I had to literally write her a letter to let it go.
Did you did?
Yes.
Did you did?
It's
Something-
real.
If it's something
That's what
that
she
you-
did.
If that's something that you've dreamt of that you thought was easily attainable,
Absolutely.
but for some reason it keeps slipping through your fingers.
I had to
Married
leave
too
my
much
NBA
man.
career.
Oh well, yeah.
When that white boy was crossing me over down in Pinehurst College, I wrote down, I said, you're not going to make it to NBA.
He's not
but
going now.
you could play NBA 2K. You could buy jerseys. You could go to
Listen,
NBA games.
That is
That's not gonna be.
100%. 2020 had a lot of people grieving
Yeah.
experiences and dreams, houses, all of those things, and it is real. It's true. A loss, tangible or tangible, emotional. Your brain doesn't know the difference.
Yeah.
So like
I
it's
didn't know
literally
that's
the
what
same
happened until
process.
just now.
Yes.
When I found out that it was when Amar was not gonna be a girl terrorist. Yeah, I had that was me grieving for like 3 days.
I can believe
I
it.
didn't even,
That's
that didn't register to just now.
Yeah.
I felt so bad,
that's
so
the reason
down.
why I said I didn't want to find out.
I
did
needed
not
to, 'cause
want
I-
another funeral.
Yeah.
Real time.
You
Yeah.
knew?
I
He
found
knew- he
out
found out.
way before.
He found out early.
Yeah.
Oh, you were grieving when you found out.
Yeah,
And I knew if I found out on the day, his presence would quickly
Sure.
overshadow.
see, I wasn't gonna chance
It
it.
was like I had 2 seconds of, and then I was like, "Well, come here, you mine." You
Yes.
know, it was
Yeah.
very
When did you
quick.
find out?
When he was pulled out and I saw his penis.
No,
Oh,
they
yeah.
were saying
She
it's
said
and I
that
said
she
boy
found out
before they got him all the
earlier.
way out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait, what did you
Boy.
say, Tank?
Now he was like, "It's a baby," and I was like, "Boy!" Right before they said it, because I already knew.
Oh.
Yeah, but
She was like, "I knew you knew." It was like, "Yeah, you got that."
Oh, you didn't know Tank knew?
I told him that if he was going to find out, he had to make sure I did not know that he knew.
And you did it, Marcus?
Yeah.
You're a good actor, too.
I lied.
He lied a lot.
How did you find out?
I signed over for him to have permission to call.
Got
And
it.
she gave me that, like, "Hey, you can do it, but don't."
If
let
I
me
know
find-"
that
I
you've
said I
done
won't
it,
do it. I ain't
he
gonna
was
do
like,
it.
"I ain't gonna do that to you."
I
And he
already
said,
knew.
"We'll just." He went clothing shopping with me for the baby. We bought a girl outfit and a boy outfit. He already knew that girl outfit was
Aw.
not gonna get used.
You did good.
Somebody was going to wear it. Just wasn't
Because
going to
I
be
may have
I
tried
hate
to
little
sway
girl
you to
outfits.
yellow. Can we get green, maybe just in case?
Just in case.
Just in case.
I hate little girl
case.
outfits, all them fluffs and stuff,
Yeah,
all up in the
I
way,
love
just
it.
all up all around their neck. It's stupid.
I
Put
don't
them
know
in some
why God
coveralls.
Give that to me. She just would look like a poodle. Just
Like you gonna pick her up, you just holding cushion.
Yeah.
You like, no,
You would love it.
no.
That's
You
what Melissa from McKinley, she'd be like, you going to get everything that I never got to have with these
enough.
doggone boys. Every frilly, lacy thing.
It's so great. But yeah, no, God said no. So I had to mourn it. So I understand Vincent having to take a moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But also he is going to have to quickly mature and realize that if this is not about just your dream,
100%.
it is her body.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is all
And that's
'Cause that's a real thing. It's
true
like, it's her body
you
and-
you're going to have to suck it up.
Yeah, because that's one of those things. It's like, even if she was just like, coming from me, even if she was like, I don't want to do that because that's going to be uncomfortable. Hey, who am I?
Right.
Absolutely.
Because I'm like, I don't have that ability.
Who are
So
they to judge?
You go ahead and not do it.
So he's going to have to mature on that. However, I do think, I'm not sure if it's just me. It seemed like she be picking sometimes.
Yeah.
Like poking him. Like when she was like, a long way off. I was like, well, you.
She might just be trying to prep him that it ain't. I don't want you thinking it's
gonna be the next 2-3 years.
She's like, they've already had that conversation. They've had it, and I was like, you just killed. You already know your baby husband is not at the place yet where he's able to like get himself together.
Yeah.
And you just killed this beautiful moment y'all were having. Just to reiterate, I ain't about to have this baby no time soon. As if y'all were about to consummate.
You do that type stuff.
What?
Not with a baby, of course, but you do it. Like, hey, now you know you ain't gonna get it right now.
But you don't get an attitude like he does. Is what
Oh,
I'm
I
saying.
do. I go behind
mean,
you.
no,
I go
you
behind
are
your
a
back.
baby,
I go
but
behind
you're
your back
not-
and break so much stuff. Have you seen my? No, I ain't seen it.
I'm a
in the
strong
trash.
believer in level setting is what we call it in the corporate world. That just means let us both be on the same page. Okay.
I know, and I get that. I get that. But I was just like, you know, you about to create a real stank moment.
Because he's already,
He's
That's all I meant.
sensitive.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
he's
all
very
I meant.
sensitive.
Is like you've already made it known that you're not
Joshua.
willing to do it
Yes.
anytime soon. And this conversation wasn't about let's have a kid
sure.
right now.
Yes,
then
yes.
I'd be like, yeah, go ahead and make it known. But he was just talking about in the future.
Yes.
This is what I want to do.
No,
she's
nigga,
like,
no.
She's like, we'll push that future off about 5-10 years, Playboy. And he's just like,
You saw her have to swallow that sadness.
right. You can't even let my imagination be
No.
prepared.
Let me tell you, imagination, your hope, your dream. Everybody in your mind, 5 years minimum, if ever. You know, that pressure up.
Yes. Poor dude. Yeah. So that's
You know
all
my
that.
ketchup up. I don't
She
know if
was
I'm.
just like, that's how she was looking at him. Long ways away. I was like, girl, quit picking with this man. You know he ain't got his emotions right yet. Let him go to a little more therapy to get this together, please.
He does. When they were talking about, when she was talking about her skin tone and like overcoming that or whatever, and he did his confessional, I said, this man cried.
He did. His eyes were red.
His eyes were so glossy. I think it's super sweet, but I'll be like, this man,
He's super emotional.
he is emotional.
But why can't she understand that she is not compromising on him wanting to
girl.
sleep?
I don't.
I don't
that
see
one
how
she ain't-
don't
She-
see
the
that.
compromise is if you go to bed earlier, you'll wake up earlier.
Yeah, that's
what
exactly
what
what
else
she
y'all
said.
understand?
And it's
Why
like-
does it matter when he go to bed?
She's like, I want you to eat with me. Then eat later. That's the compromise.
No, it's not, Angel. Go to bed earlier. Get off that phone. I need you to get out. You already get on that phone. That's why you can't go
Yeah,
to
she
bed
ain't-
on
she ain't
time.
trying to
The
budge
time
on
I
it.
want you to go to bed. I don't care how many hours you work down to the driving thing. Go to bed earlier and get off that phone and wake up when I'm hungry.
The other thing,
He's like,
Dr.
"Can I
Pepper,
just sleep? I
When
want
he
sleepy
said,
boy."
and I thought he felt like this, but because he never said it, I kept it to myself. But when he said, I just want her to know I'm not lazy.
Yeah.
I literally said, I knew it.
You did.
And so when
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper said he feels judged, I was like, I just love the idea of therapy and people being able to like decipher what you're saying behind what you're saying. And that's an honest, I would feel that way. You don't
Yeah.
think because I'm sleeping in that I'm being lazy because you get up and you do this and you do that. I'm tired.
And I want to lay in the bed. I've earned this lay in the bed.
And she's like, no, I'm just being spoiled. I need you. Don't equate it to lazy. I just want you with me right
that's
now.
literally
That's basically what
basically what
she
she's
said.
saying.
She's
That's
like,
basically
I'm
I
hungry.
mean,
Are you not hungry with me?
Yeah.
right. That's all it is.
I'm me. You need to do this with me. And you
Right.
need to
She
do it
said,
when I
I know
want to
you
do
work
it.
hard. I see
She
what
did.
you do. That does not negate. I want you right now.
That's
here.
Melissa with me ordering from the ramen place when she don't like ramen and she orders something else. Like, why you don't want what I want? Why would you order?
Melissa sat in that. Like,
Why
I'm
would you
not
order
about to
other
have
food?
to defend myself on this.
I'm
That's what I
not.
do.
We was eating sandwiches. I didn't want a sandwich. Why?
It's gross anyway.
That's not cowboy
He
boots.
orders from the worst places.
It's not cowboy.
That is the cowboy boots. Why would you eat that when I don't like it? But I like it. I don't though. Eat what I
She's
have.
like, why wouldn't you eat something delicious?
Correct. That's what I don't understand.
He's like,
you order
but
from the worst place. All the Yelp reviews
When
are
we was in
1.5
Japan,
stars.
was it good to you?
That actually wasn't bad.
1.5
But it's
stars.
just also not my. It's also not my favorite
DM
thing
them.
in general. But also, Kevin doesn't order from the best places.
There ain't a lot of good places over
Hey,
here.
look.
All the good ramen down
I
the
ain't
highway.
wrong.
I got
So I ain't
5
wrong.
restaurants I order from.
He's the worst.
Are you really?
He does not change
5.
it up.
I know I'm gonna get full. That would be
You know,
good.
there-
I
There's
get
something
that
to
though.
be
There's
said
a lot of like I'm
about the
hungry,
reliability.
I'm spending my money. The last thing I want to do is wait 45 minutes
And not
taste
like
it, and
it.
it ain't good.
Yeah,
I like trying new
I don't mind.
restaurants.
I don't mind going
I'll
to a
risk it.
restaurant and trying it. But when I'm ordering and I'm
I get
hungry,
that.
I ain't gonna no, because I'll throw all this against somebody's
You're
window.
always so hungry.
Yeah,
That's part of it though, because if you wait, if you order when you're hungry, the arrival you are hungrier.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
then
And then
just
if
spend
it's
the money.
Like right
on
now,
it.
this
now
food
you're
up-
hungry and angry.
I know.
this food back there, I'm like, y'all need to hurry up.
Okay,
I
we're
know
done.
it's
Hey, don't say that.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode of
be
The
a
Bald and
long
the Beautiful,
day.
where we reviewed the show Married at First Sight. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think in 2 weeks is the finale, or is next
Yeah,
week?
that
I
sounds
believe
about
so.
right.
Okay. 2 weeks is the finale. Maybe we'll. Oh, let me just say this real quick.
Say it on in, girl.
Y'all keep asking for unedited versions of
No.
Marcus. This is the thing.
Yeah, y'all, we can't do it.
Last week's episode
got things
was
I'm trying to
mostly
do.
unedited.
Yeah, y'all look. I'm trying to be big time, like doing stuff like this. Y'all can't get me unedited.
They get you
Patreon.
unedited on our Patreon. Just not
Patreon,
the
y'all
Bald
get
and the
me unedited.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Bald and Beautiful. Y'all come to our Patreon. We doing our podcast, and it's gonna cause an argument. I'm unedited 100%.
Well, boom. That's
you
what
see
you should
all
do.
the stuff that I don't be saying. It gets cut out, but y'all see it.
Y'all see it over on our Patreon.
Boom. So join their Patreon for Marcus in rare form, unedited version. But the stuff on here is not. Y'all really do see Marcus. The stuff
be
that
just
y'all think y'all want
one
to
or
see,
two
you actually
career-
don't
yeah.
want to see
It's
though.
just
Yeah,
one
the
or two
stuff
career
that's cut out. Even for me, I'm like, yeah, I can't say
Yeah, it'd be
stuff
legit.
like that.
So like for real though. Okay, until next episode. Bye.